My journey through Thailand has opened my eyes to the rich culture that this country has to offer. In just a few short days, I've travelled to Bangkok, one of the biggest cities in Southeast Asia. I've cooked alongside top chefs and also some amazing hard-working street cooks. I've met with some wonderful and charming characters who have shared with me their knowledge and skill on the more technical aspects of Thai cuisine. I have started to understand more about the spiritual culture that seems to be woven into the very fabric that this country is built on. I've learnt recipes specific to their cultural and religious heritage. I've travelled to a collection of different markets, some busy with motorbikes and tuk-tuks screaming at full flight, others are peaceful and serene. Either way, it's the market vendors you meet who steer you in the direction of the best produce available in Thailand. I just can't speak highly enough of the amazing everyday people who completely open their hearts to you. The hospitality is amazing. They are so willing to work together with you, even if you're a 6-foot tattooed white man from Australia. The people of Thailand are always there to help. I came here on a food journey to further educate myself on the intricacies of Thai flavours, the methods of cookery, the utensils that are used. I have already learned so much more and I'm only 6 short days into my journey. I can't wait to see what's next for me. Let's continue this journey.
We're here in Korat. Now Korat is the gateway to the northeast of Thailand, but it's also the gateway to Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia, a rich cultural area, and it's also the beginning of where we start to see Isan food. I'm going to cook one dish that's classic for this area, Tom Kha Gai. Okay, with Tom Kha Gai, one of the key features is coconut milk. We need to start with the coconut milk and bring it to the boil before you add any ingredients and just allow it to simmer for about 5 minutes. It's perfect to start with. Okay, after 5 minutes of simmering, the coconut milk doesn't split completely, but you can just start to see the fat separate. We need to add our chicken. Now, I've got 2 types of chicken for the Tom Kha Gai. These are just the little wingettes that come from the chicken, and they're going to take the longest to cook. But the reason why I want to use those is the bone in there will add some texture and also some flavour. And the reason why I say texture is there's gelatin in the bones, and that adds to the mouthfeel of the dish. After about 8 minutes, the chicken started to cook and it's nearly cooked all the way through. And now it's time to add the ingredients that add the characteristics and the true flavour of Tom Kha. And one of those is this fresh galangal. It's amazing the colour of galangal in Thailand. It's sort of a honey yellow colour. Really love it. Some lemongrass and the kaffir lime leaves. The red Thai shallots, very sweet, and then the chilli. We've got here the little tiny bird's eye chilies. They're really hot, red and green, and I've only cut about 6 of them so we don't release too much of the heat. Okay, the other cut of the chicken, I've got some thigh fillet here that's taken the skin off and then just diced into chunks. Once the chicken's cooked and it becomes nice and soft, we add some fresh tomato and then the oyster mushrooms. And with the oyster mushrooms, just tear them so that they can fit on the spoon when you eat it. Okay, so the next ingredient we need to add is the fresh herbs. Coriander, sawtooth coriander, and also the little spring onions as well, baby spring onions. We just cut them into nice big chunks and then throw them all in. And then to finish this soup, those classic Thai flavors, something salty, something sweet, and something acidic. So we add some sugar, some white sugar. You could use palm sugar, but it would discolour the soup. I think white sugar is much better for this one. Some lime juice, approximately 1.5 limes, and then the fish sauce. Allow that to simmer for another minute and then we can serve it. The soup's ready to serve, and the great thing about Thai food is that it's the sharing of Thai food. Serve it in a big bowl and put it on the table, and then everyone can serve themselves from the table. Just a little bit of coriander on top to finish it off, and that's it. Wonderful. Tom Kha Gai, or a coconut chicken soup.
After the break, we'll see fresh rice noodles being made, and I'll return to my family's village to share in a delicious home-style meal. We are just at the tail end of the rainy season in Thailand, and during this time, when it rains, it pours. The rain can last for hours, and it seems to fall in buckets, not in drops. However, business goes on as usual. Thai people are resilient and are able to operate their business even in difficult weather conditions. I have so much admiration for their spirit and determination. Here at the Pimai market, next to the family village, I always find time to sit down and have a cup of Cafe Buran, a strong brewed coffee with a small amount of sweetened condensed milk. Sit down, watch the Thai news, and the village life goes by.
Sawasdee krapพี่ชิมได้ไหมครับ
จิ้มได้จ้ะ
ครับ This is called Gaya Sat Himai. It's a local dish made out of puffed rice bound together with a sweet sticky palm sugar. It's got peanuts and sesame seeds. It's so delicious and you can only get it here. ปีขอ100ครับ
หัวละ50
ครับ
สองหัว100
ครับ
นี่เนาะ
ขอบคุณครับ
ใช่ไหมคะ
Thank you ครับ
This afternoon, I'm going to make a fantastic Thai salad, and I've asked Mum if she can cook some of her famous soft-boiled duck eggs. The duck eggs are farmed locally and everything is 100% free range. Not all produce in Thailand is farmed in big sheds by large corporations. Rather, small individual villagers will collect the duck eggs from their own ducks and then sell them to the market vendors. This is also common for rice, bananas, coconuts and other high-demand produce. Welcome to Ban Wai, my family's village. Ban Wai is one of the smallest villages, but it's the biggest when it comes to heart and soul. I am busting every time I come to Thailand just to get to the village. It's like everything inside you just stops for a moment. Time to catch up with family and ask them how they are doing and what we can do to help each other. It's so nice to connect with the ones we love. This is Grandpa. He's lived his whole life in the village and worked hard every day, building his own house, growing food and being self-sufficient. Life is a balance of hard work and time to rest. Village life is the ideal way to achieve this balance. While I was here, I wanted to cook something for the family and neighbours, and I know that a few kilometres down the road through all of the rice fields is this local girl, Nong U, who makes her own rice noodles in a completely home-built operation. She built the business together with her father with her own 2 hands. And now the small business supplies noodles to hundreds of locals. It's wonderful to see such initiative. Using the ingredients that are available, the dried rice husks are used as fuel, slowly burning as she gently fans them to stir up the heat. The fire from the husk transfers its heat into this 60-litre pot of boiling water that is insulated by a thick render of mud and concrete. The noodle mixture is a wet batter of rice flour and water. It's been beaten to help develop the starch so the noodles are firm enough not to break when cooked. The batter is then pumped through this homemade device that looks similar to a shower head with a flip tap on the side. The water has to be exactly 95 degrees for the noodles to cook perfectly. As the noodle mixture falls into the water, they are almost fully cooked by the time they reach the depths of this pot. The noodles are then delicately scooped out from the boiling water in a homemade fine string net that is attached simply to a few willow sticks. The noodles are then refreshed with loads of fresh water poured through the noodles to stop the cooking process. Then they are rinsed twice more in a second and third tub of water to make sure that the noodles are less starchy. The noodles need to remain loose and separate, not glugging together. Finally, the noodles are delicately placed in the hand and formed into small bundles for packing. The noodles remain in this form until they are eaten cold with a hot curry sauce on top. It's very common for the families to employ relatives to help. Aunties and cousins are a very reliable and trustworthy source of assistance, and also helps to support the local economy and the village community. After seeing the simplicity of these noodles, I can't wait to use them, fresh, vibrant in my new dish.
So these are those amazing fresh noodles, the Kha noodles. You can take 1 or 2 bunches, and this is how it's done village style. Very simple, feeding the family. Snake beans all cut up, and some bean shoots on top. And then that wonderful Kha sauce with the pieces of fresh chicken, coconut milk and the galangal. And then we finish it off by just putting on some fresh garden basil and also the mint as well. It's that easy. A pair of chopsticks and a spoon. This is real country food.
I've asked Mum to soft boil some duck eggs for my next dish. She says that for perfectly cooked duck eggs, you need to sing an old children's song 3 times and they're ready to eat. It's called the elephant song. Amazingly, it works.
ช้างช้างช้างน้องเคยเห็นช้างหรือเปล่าช้างมันตัวโตไม่เบาจมูกยาวๆเรียกว่างวงมีเขี้ยวใต้งวงเรียกว่างามีหูมีตาหางยาวช้างช้างช้างน้องเคยเห็นช้างหรือเปล่าช้างมันตัวโตไม่เบาจมูกยาวๆเรียกว่างวงมีเขี้ยวใต้งวงเรียกว่างามีหูมีตาหางยาว
And after 2.5 minutes, the duck eggs are perfect. There is something so special about the village community. Most often, a family will buy 1 large acre of land, and the whole family will build their houses next door to each other. It's a real sense of belonging. After the break, I cook one of the most commonly eaten salads in Thai cuisine, and I continue my journey to the far east of Thailand. It's an incredible feeling in the village to wake up in the morning to fresh air and the smell of fruits and vegetables growing all around you. It's almost impossible not to just get amongst it and feel the crisp, healthy produce with your own hands. You know, even if it's raining, you can't beat getting a fresh papaya. The girl living right next door offered to prepare the papaya for me in the traditional Thai way. She makes heaps of cuts into the papaya using a knife and then simply shreds it away to produce these delicate strands of sour papaya. Just perfect. This is a traditional rice shed where they store the rice that's harvested in the village, and we thought it'd be a perfect location to cook the som tam. Som tam is one of the most commonly eaten salads in Thailand. All throughout Thailand you'll find this. It's a really easy dish to make. Okay, we start with some garlic and some chili. And we just bruise it. Don't crush it into a paste. Just open it up so the flavour starts to come out. Then we add, I've got the rooster here, he's keeping me company. We add some of the palm sugar, life in the village. Just smooth that out. We add some of the beautiful papaya, green papaya, nice and firm, crunchy, slightly sour, not sweet at all. Then we add some of these small salted crabs, 1 or 2 depending on how you like it, and don't crush them too small, just break them in half and let the juice come out. We have the dried shrimp to add a nice chew, some toasted peanuts, baby peanuts are best, and then we add some diced tomato, large diced chunks, bruise that just slightly. And then to balance the palm sugar we put in, we've got some fresh lime juice, about 1½ limes, and some fish sauce, about 1½ tablespoons again. Bring that together and one last pound. We'll just taste the balance there. It's great. Okay. Now we take a plate here, got some cabbage on there, and we've also got a little bit of the snow bean that we picked in the garden here in the village. And then I want to finish that off with one of Mum's soft boiled duck eggs. Easy village food, simple, eaten every day. Well, the time has come to leave the village and then head 5 hours east towards Ubon Ratchathani on the border of Laos and deep into the Isan region. What an amazing experience. I am so fortunate to be here in Ubon Ratchathani on this incredible walk bridge over this enormous rice field. And we're going to be cooking a Thai beef salad, or lap nua. Firstly, we need to start with some good beef. Now this region is famous for its beef. With the beef, we've got this cut into 3 pieces, about ½ inch thick so it cooks quickly. These grill plates are fantastic. You can just put it on the charcoal grill and let it turn. So while that's cooking, we're going to make the dressing. Dressing's so simple. Some white sugar, some lime juice, equal parts, and some fish sauce. Give that a quick stir just to dissolve the sugar. And then we add the other ingredients. Some red shallots, finely sliced, sawtooth coriander,
cut into 1/2 inch pieces, some baby spring onions, some chopped coriander, and some fresh mint. And with the mint, just break that apart to release the flavour more. Again, we give that a quick toss. And then we check our beef. An amazing colour. The meat's almost popping as it cooks. The heat's so intense. Really great way of cooking. Next ingredient for the salad, we've got some dried chili powder, about 2 teaspoons. Isan food is hot. Make it nice and spicy. And then we add our ground toasted rice. Just rice toasted in a wok, no oil, and then ground in a mortar and pestle to a fine powder. About 1 tablespoon. We can add more at the end if we need it. Now what we have to do, as the sun sets, is wait for our beef to finish cooking.
A selection of recipes from the series are available in my new cookbook, available at duncansThaiKitchen.com.
Okay, the beef is medium rare. You can do it well done if you like, but I think this salad is best with a slightly undercooked piece of beef. We let that rest for a minute and then we cut it. When you do use a cut of meat that is very rare, just cut it a little bit thinner. Makes it much easier to chew. Put that beef into the salad. Toss that around and let all the dressing soak into the beef. It's delicious. Quick taste. Touch more fish sauce and a touch more rice. Ground toasted rice. Now, just to serve that really simply, in a bowl, put all the dressing in on top, and then some fresh spring onions, sawtooth coriander, and a little bit of cabbage on the side. And the best way to eat this salad is to grab a piece of the meat, a piece of the cabbage, wrap it all up together and eat it. So simple. Here, again, as the sun sets in Ubon Ratchathani, a lap nua or a Thai beef salad.
On the next episode, we visit the mighty Mekong River. I cook a traditional Isan curry by the Moonlight Waterfall, and I'll show you how to prepare a steamed river fish.
Wow.